Marsha P. Johnson interwove many important events within the LGBTQ movement. Marsha grew up in New Jersey and moved to New York at age 17. Marsha became a leader in the Stonewall Uprising, was a fixture on Christopher Street, started a youth shelter, and joined the Gay Liberation Front. Marsha was also a leading member of ACT UP, which is a really important organization that fought really hard for research, medication, healthcare, and rights for those living with AIDS. Without their work, many more people would have died of AIDS. At the time, the government was not acknowledging or dealing with the issue, and people were dying at really high rates. And so through their fighting, they were able to get more federal funding and dedicated research towards AIDS treatments, and to speed up the approval of drugs to treat AIDS. How to Survive a Plague is a really great movie that uses a lot of firsthand accounts and footage from the movement. Johnson referred to himself as a drag queen and was a performer with Hot Peaches, which was kind of a drag political theater group. Johnson was very much gender nonconforming, and today would be considered transgendered. At that time, the term was really not used, but that's certainly the term that would apply. And also really importantly too, drag queens were not always accepted or acknowledged by the larger LGBTQ community. They were kind of marginalized with the community. Johnson was one of the first drag queens to go to the Stonewall Inn after they began kind of allowing women and drag queens inside. Previously, it was kind of focused more on gay men. And the Stonewall Uprising occurred June 28th of 1969 in kind of the really early morning hours. Stonewall was a watershed moment as it galvanized a more national movement for gay civil rights and the right to be oneself in a public space, right? To be free from harassment, free from arrest, and to be able to publicly gather in community. Johnson was beset with mental health concerns and housing issues, which also informed their insight into the treatment of people. And importantly, the political acts of gender nonconforming individuals was really the spark to ignite the events and catalyst for the larger movement. The uprising reportedly started around 1:20 in the morning after Stormy DeLarverie fought back against the police and the police officer who was attempting to arrest her that night. And so that kind of event sparked the movement, sparked the uprising. People started fighting back, and then you kind of had this branching out and development of larger national movements from that.